No matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. 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 The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Woo, let's stand and sing. Praise God.
Sometimes we drift into the night like helpless sheep without a shepherd. And then it comes, we find the light, the love that brings us all together. The praise of God, the thanks of God, the blessings of God is in my life. God is in my life. The praise of God, the thanks of God, the praise of God is in my life. God is in my life. We wander off, we disbelieve the love of God that lives in you and me. Harassed and torn by earthly greed, we seek the spirit that will set us free. The praise of God, the face of God, the praise of God is in my life. God is in my life. The praise of God, the face of God, the praise of God is in my life. God is in my life. There's not a place that we can go where God is not already waiting there. From mountain high to valley low, the miracle of love is everywhere. The praise of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. The praise of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. Is in my life. God is in my life.
Let's welcome Aiden Hamilton to the music team today. Brother Aiden on guitar. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Well, good morning, Unity Renaissance. Good morning. And good morning to everyone that's out there in Zoom. It may be raining outside, but the sun is shining bright in this auditorium right here and right now. My name is Ardell McCoy, and I'm going to be your ministerial host today while Reverend Paula is away. But as usual, and you all know, she leaves us with an excellent speaker. And today is homegrown Reverend Margaret Jenkins. I'm not going to say her title, but it's a hot one. So, Unity Renaissance is a positive, progressive approach to Christianity. We follow the teachings of Jesus, And we know that he was here to express his divine potential and to teach all of us how to express ours. So we are here in this collective community learning how to do that. We have excellent teachers, excellent ministers. We just are, like I said, the sun is always shining because there's always something good going on here. We are also blessed to be a very diverse, inclusive community. So everyone, and I mean everyone, even Puffer, Sandy's dog, is welcome here. So let's get started. I want you to join me in activated consciousness as we recite together our vision statement, and you'll see it here. Together, a spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And our mission statement, together, we transform lives that transform the world. So if you will join me, soften your eyes or close them while we do a moment of opening prayer. How very, very, very grateful I am to be part of this church family. How much I appreciate the fact that there's a presence and a power that I call God that is living in each and every one of us. Its power, its presence, its omni-activity is everywhere. There's not a spot where God is not. Its center is everywhere, circumference is nowhere. That means as far as we can see, think, or feel that it's all God, everywhere is God. And I'm knowing that right here and right now, that presence is showing its love, its omni-activity in each and every one of us. And I am so grateful that we have this beloved minister heading up our church community, Reverend Paula, who has brought her unique abilities to this room, to this church ministry, and exponentially expanding it. We have our Reverend Richard here, our music, our house band, and our house singers. And we know they can go from gospel to blues. So grateful to have them here as part of this church community. We have a myriad of ministries here, from wonderful food to a wonderful bookstore. Everyone is giving something of themselves, part of that God self, to create this one magnificent ministry. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. And I know that today, our Reverend Margaret is going to be here to bring us to a higher level. And I am open. I invite you all to open your consciousness to be lifted into a whole new level of being at one with the infinite. Anybody agree with me as I close this prayer out? Say, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Ashe.
Let's stand and sing this beautiful Ricky Byers song. Think of God just pouring that love into you while we sing it.
Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into
Good morning, Unity Renaissance.
Good morning, Peggy.
The beautiful souls who came here today on this radiant day, that's our word because the sun is there. It's above those clouds, and we know that. So thank you for coming. And those of you who are live streaming us, we feel you. We know you're there. We love you. Did I say my name is Peggy Taylor? And I am your platform host this morning. Our word for today is radiance. What a coincidence. Please join me together in our affirmation. The Christ presence within is my radiant source of good. And it's such a coincidence. God is so good. I mean, this message reflects today, the first part of the daily word. On a clear day when a stray cloud, and we have many today, passes across the sun, I noticed a suddenly diminished light. Then looking up, I see brilliant rays of sunshine surrounding the cloud. Instead of hiding the sun, the cloud helps me see and appreciate the sun's radiance. As the sun lights the earth and is the source of its energy, the Christ, the divine presence within me and you, is our light and the source of everything that we need in order to live brilliantly and joyfully. When, like a passing cloud, and this shall pass, an obstacle or challenge along my path may seem to dim my Christ light, I respond by looking up, by raising my point of view. I am reassured and strengthened, knowing that the divine radiance is shining as brightly as ever. No cloud, and I'll repeat that, no cloud can dim the divine light in me. Our scripture today is the verse from John chapter 1, verse 5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. If you would like prayer support today, we have a prayer chaplain available to pray with you. Well, our prayer chaplain, Donna Channon, stand, and she did. She would be available to pray with you in the chapel outside in the narthex. You may also fill out a prayer request form in the narthex, or you can submit a prayer request on our website. And now, let us please join us in the Lord's song. Stand.
Holy Creator, we praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Holy Creator,
Our Father,
we praise
who art
your
in heaven,
name.
hallowed be thy name.
Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs,
Give us this day
Lord,
our
from
daily
day
bread.
to
And forgive us our
day.
debts,
Let your
as we have also forgiven
forgiveness
our debtors.
light our way. Lead us Amen. Please be seated.
That's love. Stevie Wonder for you there by request.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, beautiful. Thank you all. That was such an appropriate opening song.
You asked for it, you got it.
Love's in need. Good morning again, Unity Renaissance, and to all of our family at home watching. And of course, we're sending lots of light and love to our beloved Reverend Paula, who is on a much needed sabbatical. Many of you have probably heard, or at least us old schoolers have heard of a singer called Tina Turner. And she wrote a song called What's Love Got to Do With It? And I remember back in the day, we'd all be singing, you know, what's love? It's just a secondhand emotion, and who needs a heart? All this tear-jerking music. And while I love Tina as an artist, I have to respectfully disagree that love is a secondhand emotion. Love is one of the most important gifts that we have and can give in the world. And when I was back in religion and I was studying, learning the Bible inside out, even as a young person, one scripture that always spoke to my spirit was 1 Corinthians. And if you'll bear with me for a moment, I'm going to share with you from the English Standard Version. And it reads, if I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all that I have, and if I deliver my body up to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not boast or is envious. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. And verse 8 says, love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. And as for tongues, they will cease. And as for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, that which is partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But now that I am an adult, I have put these childish ways behind me. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. We shall know fully, even as we are fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, but the greatest of these is love. What if we could really live by this quote, these scriptures? How different would the world look? Love is so important. In the New International Version, it is repeated over 550 times. So that just gives you a clue that love is so very key to our spiritual growth, happiness, and prosperity. Now, there are several types of love, but I'm only going to address the couple of them this morning. The first one is agape. This is what some people call spiritual love. It's an unconditional love. It's a love that's bigger than ourselves. It's boundless compassion and infinite empathy. It's what some people call the divine love, the love that God has for us the love that we have for God, the divine spirit, by whatever name you choose to call that source. Second one I'd like to discuss is eros. Most of us are familiar with that because it's the sensual and passionate type of love. The romantic, often identified with Cupid. It's the love that exists between couples that usually include intimacy. However, it's good to remember that sex and love are different. People have sex for many different reasons, and it doesn't always include love. So that is a really key message that we want to get across to our young people, especially a lot of our young girls who are having children and they're just children, looking for love in all the wrong places and mistaking having sex or being intimate for love. So we definitely want to get that message out today. The last one I want to touch on is philia. This is love without romantic attraction. It's like what exists in families and oftentimes with friends and even in a congregation with your religious or spiritual family. It's when people share the same values and have respect for one another. Sometimes it's even called brotherly love. How does this show up? It shows up as being supportive, yet setting boundaries. It is being loving, but not controlling or demanding. It means striving to always keep your heart open to hear the other person's point of view without trying to make your point so that you can be right. When we reach a certain stage in life, we realize that having peace is far better than being right. So I want to go back a minute to this agape love, this spiritual love, because under that umbrella comes self-love. This is huge, for so many of us are just beginning to learn how to love ourselves and to understand why this self-love is so important. Some of us have been taught that it's vain or prideful to speak highly of yourself. It's rare that you will hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm really good at that. Oh, I master that. Oh, I'm a genius in that area." We rarely acknowledge our gifts. We rarely even acknowledge that spark of the divine that lives in and breathes and has its being in us. So what are some of the signs that we may not love ourselves enough, or that there's some areas that we need to work on? One of them is we have feelings of inadequacy too often. We compare ourselves with others, how much they have, what kind of house they have, how much money they have, how their family is doing. We're always placing someone above ourselves. Another is, and this is huge, I see it all the time, and I'm sure you do too. People have difficulty accepting compliments and gifts. How often have you given someone something and they say, "Oh, you didn't have to do this," or "Why did you do this?" Or if you pay them a compliment, "That's a beautiful shirt you have on. I love that color with your complexion." And you reply, "Oh, this old thing." Or women, we're sometimes good for it. "Oh, that's a beautiful top. Girl, I got this from the Goodwill. It wasn't but $3. We're trying to understand when someone is giving you a gift or paying you a compliment, the gift comes through the person, but it comes from the divine. Their heart, your heart is moved to give because of that spark that says, "Give to Peggy." So just understand that when you receive, and if you feel uncomfortable, and there was a time that I did, I've had years to work on and practice learning how to receive. If you feel uncomfortable, there's 2 words you can just say and move on. Thank you. Just say thank you and just feel that. and keep it moving. No need to elaborate on how much it costs or where you got it from. Just say thank you. Another sign is we blame others for our mistakes. Whenever something comes up, we say, well, Peggy did it, Ardell did it, someone else did it, John did it. We always look at everything outside of ourselves. But change involves, it's an inside job. And whenever you're finding fault with everybody else or placing the blame, we have to stop and take a look at what's the one common denominator in there? It's you. So that may be an area you need to work on. So many of us have gotten confused or gotten it twisted because of what we saw in our households growing up. What did love look like in your household? Did your parents show affection or openly express their love for one another? So where did we learn what love was supposed to look like or feel like? Many of us got our impressions of love from movies, from the television, from love songs. Speaking of love songs, I just want to share this. No matter how long you've been working on yourselves, it's amazing what's stored in your subconscious. I like this card game called Canasta. So once a week, some friends and I get together and we play canasta. And because I'm old school, I play old music. So I had some old Motown music playing and an old Letta James song came on. And we're just singing and playing, and the words to the song that I caught myself singing was, I would rather go blind than see you with someone else. I'm like, hold it, time up. I said, did I just say that? I don't think so. Let me cancel and clear this right away. And I'm thinking of, just think about the words to the songs we used to sing. I love this group called The Temptations. And they used to have this song, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Well, if it's real love, why I gotta beg for anything? I'm just saying. So we just really want to be careful about how we identify love. Okay? What about when you make a mistake? Do you beat yourself up? And do you feel guilt and shame for years? Do you carry that baggage around, refusing to unload it and put it down? Or is it easy for you to forgive yourself and realize that when you know better, not when you hear, not when you read, but when you know better, you do better? Can you extend the same empathy and love to yourself that you would to a friend who was hurting or who had made a mistake? How often do you praise yourself for your strengths, for the good that lies within you? And I want to go back just another minute to this agape love, this unconditional love. How does it show up in a spiritual or religious organization? One of the ways it can show up is of you giving of yourself to the best of your abilities to help transform lives that transform the world, which is what we do here at Unity Renaissance. It means giving of your time and your money and your support for our mission. 10% is always good, but we know there are many who give to capacity. They give far more than 10% because they want to support our cause, our mission, and our vision. It also means accepting and loving our congregants, regardless of their sex, their gender, their race, or their political party. Reverend Paula had a message a couple weeks ago, and it was called Live and Let Live. That was a powerful message, and I've listened to it a couple of times. And in that message, she reminds us about not judging people. You know, it's so easy to do if we're not careful. but let's not do that. And we want to be reminded that we're all brothers and sisters. There's a quote that says, everyone you meet is going through some type of challenge that you may not know anything about. So of all the things that you can be kind, be compassionate, be understanding. Help them to feel your love and compassion. And everyone that crosses the door seals here at Unity Renaissance, again, extend a warm welcome. Let them know that Unity Renaissance is a place of spiritual growth, of love, of healing, and of acceptance. And if you will, we will do a short meditation. So if I could ask you to please close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And if you feel comfortable, take your hand and put it over your sweet heart, over that beautiful sweet heart of yours. And just take a deep breath in and release. Take another deep breath in and release. And feel forgiveness pouring all over you. And realize that you always did the best you could under the given circumstances and with the resources you had available to you in every moment. Now breathe in deeply, release, and say to your beautiful soul, I forgive you. I love you. Forgive yourself for all the times you judged your physical appearance and that you told yourself that you were anything less than beautiful. Now take a deep breath in and release and speak to that open heart, saying, I forgive you. I love you. For all the times that you did not honor yourself, that you gave away your power, your time, your money, and your energy in relationships that did not nourish you. Let's take a deep breath in and release and speak to that beautiful heart of yours, saying, I forgive you. I love you. And know that you're leaving here today knowing that you are beautiful, you are strong, you are intelligent, you are powerful and worthy of unconditional love, and that you are committed to loving yourself more from this day forward. And take a deep breath in and release it. Thank you.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Well, did Margaret rock? Yes, you did. You definitely. Look at these people, Margaret. Look around you. And not only Margaret, but our house band kicked it. Yes, you did. That song was great. I told you the sun was shining in here, so it really is. So now it's time for our love offering. You can donate on your smartphone by, hit it, Maestro.
Oh, by dialing.
To
540-418-1228. Text now.
You can also donate through tithely.app. That's an app on your phone. You can donate that way. And you know, they still take check and cash, so they're open for that. There's a basket in the back of the room as you leave, if you care to leave a donation there. So I think right now it's time to invite Jim up.
Yay, Jim.
Good morning. So I have two messages today. I have one message directly from the board, and I thought about keeping the mask on because nobody likes the messenger of bad news. So here it is. I'm just going to read it. I want to get it right. Valerie was worried about me going off the plantation with my message. So, as per CDC guidelines, we as a board of trustees met and discussed the current high level of COVID-19 community spread. Due in part to the fact that not everyone can be vaccinated, the staff and board will be wearing masks inside our building to limit exposure. For everyone's safety, we highly recommend that you do the same. Okay, so enough of that. So here's the good news, the Prosperity Minute. So I've shared in the past that I used Edwin Gaines' 4 spiritual laws of prosperity to transform my scarcity conversation to one of prosperity. What I didn't share is the final piece of that, tithing 10% of my income where I'm spiritually fed. I didn't start that until I joined the board 6 years ago. And honestly, I didn't do that because Edwin Gaines wrote that in her book. It was more of a feeling of obligation to set an example. But in reflecting on my investment performance of the last 6 years, I can tell you not only do I not miss the 10%, like doubling and tripling my investment performance has more than made up for all of that. So I have no logical engineering explanation for how that happens, so I assume it's above my pay grade. So that's all I have. And if I stirred anything up with the first announcement, I'll be enjoying hot dogs and ready, willing, and able to listen. So thank you.
It is now time for our offertory blessing, so if you will join me together in reciting it. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Back in good measure, it's given back to you.
Man, I hope you guys got as much out of Reverend Margaret's talk as I did. That was fantastic. And by the way, that is a beautiful color on you, and I love the polka dots.
Thank you.
Now, I got to say, when I first saw the title of Reverend Margaret's talk, What's Love Got to Do with It, I'm thinking, Tina Turner? Tina Turner? And then, Proud Mary. No, I ain't got the stamina for that. Private Dance. No, that's probably wrong.
No whiny victim love song.
And then, Love Train. Yeah, we're good with that.
This is your theme song, Miss Margaret, Love Train. So if y'all feel like doing it, you can. Ready?
Feel free to have a love train.
1, 2, 3, 4. That was a love train there.
We need to. I don't know if this. I think it's on. Okay, we're going to share the mic.
No, nope. Lily's going to give you hers.
Hello. Are we on?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, we want to thank all of the people that are here. This is they're new to Unity. So if we're not asking you to stand, we're just asking you to put up your finger if you're here the first, second, or third time. Correct. So if you are, just put your hand up and we have a little gift for you. There's a gift bag coming around.
If you're here 3 times, 1 time, 1 fan, 2 times, your second visit, 2, third visit, 3 fingers, because you'll get a different gift. So, welcome.
So welcome to Unity, and
someone over here?
Glad you're here this Sunday with us to share this wonderful sunshine.
Yes, that's just above the clouds, just waiting to just bless us. Okay, well, Unity Renaissance is about to start again. It's higher consciousness movies. The first, yay! The first Friday in every month. And guess what that means for the month of August? This Friday. So the movie is Soul. It's a Disney Pixar movie. If you haven't seen it, you must see it. It is going to address all of us in a way, wonder, why are we here? What are we to do with this life? And it gives it's so deep, and yet at the same time, so impacting, you can't take your eyes away to watch, and then you start examining, which is what we're here for, to examine our own lives, and are we allowing spirit to guide our lives? This movie is going to have all of these things coming to us as we question it. And the best part about the movie is that once it's over, it's a great movie, we will be able to talk and share and learn about ourselves and our journeys and our destinies, and are we living our best life. So I encourage you to come, ask your family, your friends. It's free. And I understand we have new popcorn machines out by Reverend Richard. Free popcorn, free water, free movie, free movie,
Free discussion.
free discussion. You cannot beat that. We are a loving family. Everything is free.
We'll even pay for your gas to get here.
Yeah. What? Okay.
So, free treats every Sunday in August. There's a grill Sunday today, and that's going to be happening. I think Jim mentioned that around hot dogs. Next week is ice cream with the Board of Trustees, so that's something you might want to do.
Yeah, and the Mighty Men are out there working now, and they're preparing hot dogs, hamburgers, they're getting ready. They want you to come, no cost. They're giving in service, free again. This is a wonderful church.
And they do have veggie burgers too.
They have veggie burgers.
Couldn't find not dogs, but they found veggie burgers.
We're going to have a wonderful lecture here. We're having Dr. Janine Lex is coming in August 21st. And you can see the title, it's Weight Loss Detox, Letting Go of What's Not Serving You. So for more information on that and signing up, you can do that on the internet. And Peggy has an announcement to tell you about the new app.
Yes. Have you downloaded your Unity Renaissance app? Yes. I have. Now you don't have to go through any struggle about trying to find that sermon that Reverend Paula did that just blew your mind away. It might have been a couple of months ago, and trying to search it. You have access to that. It gives all the details of everything that's happened at this wonderful church at different times. It's so easy. They made it easy for people of a certain generation. like myself to look for stuff. I've done my part of searching, and they must have thought of me and others, and it's free. Another thing is free.
It seems like there's a lot of free things here at Unity. You get free talks, you get free goods, music.
Yes.
We are just lucky to have this community. I call it family. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we are really grateful for that. And so now we're going to bring in the gorgeous Unity Renaissance future, our children.
All right. And we have a school supply. There it is up there.
Oh, I forgot to
So
say.
yeah.
Unity Renaissance every year supports during September for the first of school starting at the Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. We've been supporting them for years through all kinds of school supplies that the teachers distribute to the students. So for the month of August, there will be boxes out there where you can donate, and the list is there of things that they need that we try to make available. And this is an ongoing thing. We do this annually. And they are so appreciative of it. So let's continue to load those boxes and get them to those students, because they really need these items that we bring forth.
Yes.
So thank you, community, for the past, and thank you for continuing. We appreciate it. So now.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, we are walking, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking, we are walking, we are walking in the light of God.
And before we get started with the kids, we also have a birthday. Hey, you guys know how to sing happy birthday? All right, let's do it together. Ready?
Whose
Do it like this. It's Tyler's birthday back there.
Tyler's birthday!
You know, he acts like he's 31, but he's really just 17. Or 18 today, yeah. There you go. Ready, Tyler? Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tyler. Happy birthday to you.
We love you, we really, really love you.
Speech? No.
So now we're going to do our prayer protection and then
our-
I'll sing out.
You want us to talk?
Do you want to talk to the kids?
We could if you would.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa's here ready to ask them some tough
We had it
questions.
on.
These are the tough questions for kids.
Hi, the kids wanted to talk today, so we're going to see what happens here, all right? So, little ones first. Who would like to tell me something you really liked about class today? Willow?
I liked.
Did you make this? What is it?
It's a prayer box.
It's a prayer box. Tell me some of the things you put. Can you hold it so everybody can see the sparkles you put on it? That's pretty.
And Willow, yeah.
Oh, it opens too. Well, we'll get the demo next time. Oh, there you. Oh, and look, she has pictures inside of the things she's thankful for and praying for. Thank you, Willow. Willow's in our kindergarten, first grade class. Who's from our elementary classes want to tell us what did you like about class today? Anybody feel like talking? Ooh, not today. Okay. Let me have a unit team. Jeremiah, come on up. Okay, this is our elementary class, which is 2nd through 5th grade. And Jeremiah is from our unit team class, which is our middle schoolers. Our high schoolers decided to sleep in today.
Today we did I am statements, and I found them very powerful because we thought of words like kind and persistent and stuff like that.
So what's an I statement?
I am statement?
Yeah.
It's when you say something nice about yourself or anybody. You could be like, I am nice, I am kind, I am athletic. That's what I thought about myself.
Way to go.
Thank you very much.
Now it's time for our protection and our sing out.
stand.
So prayer for protection. Everybody stand, and together we begin.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Join hands, start a love train. Come on, people all over the world, brothers and sisters. Join hands, come on, ride. Start a love train, love train. People all over the world, come on, ride this train. Join hands, come on, get on board. Start a love train, love train. People all over the world.